Okay, now, me personally, I love origin stories. I like to know where certain things come from, where they started, and why. So, I had been wondering for years now. Well, hell, I can't really say that because even as a kid, I did not understand why the Easter Bunny left eggs. Now, I know Easter has already passed, but I've been working on another video that I was basically fucking with the editing for, so I've been working on it. But I wanted to go ahead and post this video first because Easter did just pass. I told my kids the origin story of the Easter Bunny this year. And of course, people were like, why are you going to burst his little bubble? I was like, I'm not. I'm not telling him, like, I'm an agnostic. I'm not a Christian. I'm not an atheist. I'm an agnostic. Okay? Now, granted, everybody tells Matthew and Noah, the whole purpose behind Easter and that kind of thing. But that's not what I was trying to do. I wanted him to know where the Easter Bunny came from. Because Matthew's very literal, too. He's very logical. From what I've been able to find out, and this took a lot of time to look up, is that the Easter Bunny isn't actually associated at all with Christian traditions of Easter egg hunts. That was actually a bastardized version that we Americans just ended up turning it into. The egg itself is not actually left by the Easter Bunny. In German culture, or in German immigrants, when they came over, they would tell their kids about this creature. It's a bunny. You would leave eggs and candy out for it. And the children would sometimes leave carrots out for the Osterhaus, or at least I think that's how it's pronounced. And the more candy and eggs you'd leave out, the happier your family was supposed to be. It's supposed to be like the whole coin on New Year's Day, the dew falls on it kind of thing. Kind of like well wishes for your family to be happier. And of course, in America, we ended up turning it into the more eggs and candy you find, the happier you're supposed to be. But like I said, in German immigrants, the kids would leave carrots out for the bunny because he would get tired hopping around, because apparently he would hop around your yard, which is why we do Easter egg hunts at our houses. Now, the Easter Bunny itself changes from country to country. In another country, it's actually a fox. In one that I've been able to find, they actually use a dodo bird. And it's honestly, all of its well wishes for being, a happy family. Now, I can't honestly figure out what the correlation is between Christian Easter and the Easter Bunny, or the Osterhaus. Why did it end up being Easter Sunday for us? Because I'm not a Christian, so I question a lot of what, is told to me from the Bible or in church or anything like that. I'm an agnostic Christian, so I believe there is a God. Not 100% sure who he is, if that makes any sense. And this, from what I've been able to find out, it was like back in the it was before the 1900s. I know we all know about Faberge eggs. Faberge eggs were supposed to be of the same kind of well wishes kind of thing. And eventually Faberge eggs went from more than just being colored eggs to actually being jewel encrusted eggs. And I always thought that was fascinating because the egg itself is supposed to be a sign of fertility. And even German immigrants would tell their kids that, the egg itself was supposed to be a woman's fertility. And I read that that was supposed to be back in like the 1400s. The egg itself was supposed to be a symbol of fertility and everlasting life or reincarnation or rebirth, that kind of thing. But I never could figure out why in the hell what does Easter Sunday as a Christian, the Jesus coming back from the dead kind of thing, what does that have to do with the Easter Bunny and the Easter eggs? I don't get it. Maybe it's a American thing because, you know, we're the only ones that call a pineapple a pineapple. We have to be fucking weird like that. I honestly have no damned idea. And, of course, Matthew listened to the story a bit. He was intrigued, but he honestly doesn't understand the real purpose behind Easter as a Christian. Now, some of you may know that, and I'll probably make another video on this topic in particular, I'm an agnostic Christian, which finitely means that I believe there is a higher power, but I know that you cannot 100% give me proof of his existence, or if he ever existed. I just believe that there is a higher power. My husband, on the other hand, is a Christian. He doesn't consider himself an agnostic because he believes in God. He just doesn't believe in the Bible. Best friend of mine is an atheist, and all three of us raise our kids together. So you've got an agnostic, a Christian, and an atheist raising two free choice children. Both the kids do believe in God and Jesus and the Bible and going to church because that is their choice. So when I was telling them about the Osterhaus, I was very careful not to disturb their belief because we have let them make their decisions as to what they believe in. So when I was telling him about what the Osterhaus actually did, he started asking questions about, well, what does it have to do with Easter? I was like, son, that's my question, okay? Alright, so I love origin stories, so I might end up doing a few more of these because that's one of the things I'm really passionate about, is finding the truth. Where did it come from? Where is point A, where it came from, to point B, to where we are now? So you'll probably see a couple more of these because I've got quite a few questions that I ponder in, like, regularly, okay? So, and I want to try out a new thing I've been wanting to do for a while. I want to leave you with a quote, okay? Because I love quotes and they help me understand certain things that go on in day-to-day life, okay? So I have quite a few that I absolutely love. So let's just try one out for now, and we'll just see where it goes. I might do it in a few videos. This might be a one-time wham, bam, thank you, ma'am kind of thing, okay? So, in spirit of the fact that I'm trying to raise, or the three of us are trying to raise two free choice children that understand that they can think for themselves and you don't have to believe or do or say anything that you think has to be done, because I want to know what you really feel. And I think one of my favorite equality quotes is, equality may perhaps be a right, but no power on earth can ever turn it into a fact. I believe that was Balzac that said that. Honestly, I think that rings true for most of today. Equality may be a right, but it doesn't make it a fact. Anyway, I love you all, and I will be putting out a next video very soon. It is essentially a what I do in a day, and the only reason why I'm doing that is because I'm trying to fuck around with the editing, because Craig says that my editing is shoddy, and I'm like, well, I like my shoddy editing because I don't like to see a whole bunch of clips stop in the middle of videos. But he wants me to try to work on my editing. So the next video I post is going to be what I do in a day, and you are literally going to be able to see what I do in a day. Now, I have got all the footage shot, but it is taking a long time to edit. So, I love you all. Bye.